Alright. Hello travel friends, how are you doing today? I hope you're having an awesome week or whatever, or evening or morning or lunchtime, or I don't know where you are, you know, so just have a nice time. So last week So last week I actually said I'm gonna be covering clothes and accessories and the toiletry bag and the first aid kit and everything, but I decided to split it up into 2 or 3 videos because there are so many things to talk about with you guys. So today we're actually only gonna look at clothes, shoes and accessories, and then I'm gonna do the toiletry bag and the first aid kit separately. So in last week's video I talked about what to think about before entering the Philippines, entry requirements, money, vaccination. So if you haven't seen last week's video yet, go check it out after this video or before, whatever you like. Just make sure to come back to this one. So I'm going to be showing you today what I pack for a 3 weeks backpacking trip through the Philippines, which I'm so excited about. I mean, this is for the Philippines, but I guess this works for Southeast Asia in general. Let's get started. As you can see on my bed, there are some things. So the first thing we're going to be looking at is my backpack. As you can see the beauty there in the back of my bed. It is very pretty, isn't it? So this is my baby. It is a 65 plus 15 liter backpack. So you can already see that this model has a lot of different compartments and a lot of strings, and I find this very practical. There are people who don't like that, but I think it just makes it so much easier to organize your backpack with little different compartments, and you also have the possibility to strap something on your backpack, a jacket or something. What I find most useful in a backpack is if you can actually open it up on the top. So I can just put this on the floor and open it like a normal bag or suitcase, so I don't have to reach in from the top all the time, and it is so much easier to pack and to kind of organize and have an overview where what is. So this is very useful. I think if you get a backpack, make sure that you can open it in front. So this backpack already came with a waterproof kind of hood. A hood? Is it a hood? So if you're traveling in places where it can rain, make sure to get a waterproof kind of hood for your backpack so your stuff doesn't get wet. A day pack. So this day pack, I actually got it for free. It was like a giveaway of I don't even remember where I got it. Somewhere, I don't remember, but yeah, so this also has different compartments so I can kind of organize my electronics and my documents and everything. And then I can also use it for daily adventures where I don't want to bring my big backpack. So when I stay in a place for a while and I'm not moving around a lot, I like to have like a little beach bag, handbag to go buy groceries or go to the beach and put your towel and your book in it. And what is also very practical about this is that I can wear it across my body. It is a little bit more secure, you know, if people just run by you and grab your purse. But this is my purse, beach bag, shopping bag, all in one bag. Shoes. Shoes are a very important thing because depending on what kind of activities you have planned, having the right kind of shoes can save your life. So what I usually pack is 1 pair of good running shoes and shoes that I can use for sporty activities or to go on a longer walk or hike or whatever. Just shoes that are very, very comfortable. And the good thing about these shoes is also that they are very, very thin kind of mesh material, so even if they get wet they dry really, really fast. And then I have another pair of shoes which I usually already wear on the plane. It's just a really simple kind of everyday shoe. And then of course flip-flops, because for the beach and for being outside and when it's hot you don't want to be wearing shoes all day long. Are you ready for the fashion? Okay, so next we have clothes. Now this also varies a little bit depending on what kind of person you are or how fashionable you are or what kind of activities you have planned. This can vary of course a little bit. So the first thing is the pajamas. Now my pajamas, how do you even say that in English? Is it pajamas? You know how we say it in Swiss German? We say pyjama. Sounds funny, doesn't it? So my PJs is something very, very unsexy and very simple. It's just a simple little shirt with Mickey Mouse on it, of course, because I get lonely and at least I have Mickey Mouse. No. And just a pair of simple black shorts. So I don't need more than a little pair of shorts and a simple sleeveless shirt because it's gonna be hot in the Philippines. Underwear. Now I'm not gonna show you my underwear, but I usually pack around 1 week worth of underwear and then I just wash them. So in countries where it gets really, really hot, I usually am not very comfortable in a normal bra, so I tend to bring sports bras and tops. So I usually already have a sports bra on the plane when I go to the country, you know, when I fly, and then I bring another top, kind of sports bra top. So these materials also dry very fast, which is very practical when you're on the road. Before I forget, so just in general, when you're packing clothes for a backpacking trip, try to avoid cotton and bring more synthetics and light clothes, which can dry it off faster, which makes your life so much easier. Shorts! Now with the next part, I usually struggle with a lot because I always want to bring more shirts and shorts that I actually use. I just have to take pieces out again and kind of dial it down a little bit, because you know how we girls are. We like to dress up for different occasions, and then we think, yeah, but maybe I'm gonna use this when I go there, and maybe there will be a nice, you know, just, you know, okay. So I usually bring one pair of jean shorts. These are just very simple H&M jean shorts. And then I bring another pair. These ones you can also use in the water. So if you have an activity planned, maybe you go canyoneering or something and you don't want to run around in a bikini all day long, these are very practical. They're basically kind of like surf shorts for girls, and that should be enough. I already have another pair of shorts down there, which I think I'm gonna take as well, but I try not to. So one pair of long pants that you can use when you go to visit temples or churches or just places where you have to cover yourself up out of respect. So if you don't own anything like that, or you think you don't have anything comfortable enough, you can always buy them there. You find them everywhere. Shirts. This is very difficult for me. I always want to bring more shirts than I actually need. So there are usually two types of shirts that I bring. Tank tops without sleeves, and I always bring some shirts with me with sleeves that cover my shoulders if I get sunburned, or if I go to a place where you just need to be a little bit more covered up. Let's continue. Beach dresses. So I really like to bring one or two beach dresses which I can use to just go to the beach. We, of course, if we have beach dresses, we're probably gonna use bikinis and swimwear. I usually bring two pairs. So as you can already see, I put this in a separate bag. If you want to organize your backpack so you can just access things much quicker and kind of have a little bit of structure in it, little bags like these are so handy. Also my underwear, I always keep it in a separate bag. You can also use this to put in dirty laundry. So even if you're backpacking, maybe one night you would like to get dressed up a little bit and go have a nice dinner in a fancy restaurant. So I always like to bring one outfit that I can wear for a place that is a little bit nicer. So what I'm gonna bring is this very simple long black skirt, which again is synthetic and very light, and it dries so quickly and it doesn't really wrinkle. So this skirt I can wear with any of the t-shirts that I'm bringing anyway. And then to make it a little bit more special, I bring this jeans look kind of vest, which is, again, it isn't really jeans, it is a very light fabric. So I have all my outfits together.
Socks, underwear, bikini, sports bra, shorts, shirts, long pants, a nice outfit for a night out, shoes, flip-flops, some sporty clothes, and what else?
Another thing that wasn't in this pile now is the outfit that I'm wearing when I'm on the plane. So that is usually just everyday shoes. And then I have a pair of leggings, simple t-shirt underneath, and then I have like a fluffy, very comfortable black jumper. And then I also like to bring, because on the plane it can get really cold and I don't like being cold, I always also bring kind of like a hoodie. Yes, you don't get cold. Accessories. So one thing I like to bring with me is a bandana, which I think it is so practical. You can use it for your hair, because if you're anything like me, your hair always does stupid things. You can also use this at the beach. If the sun gets a little bit too much, you can actually cover your head with it or just put it on your shoulders. I also bring a little hairband to pull my hair back, and yeah, I can also use this if I do some sporty activities. I don't really bring a lot of jewelry when I'm backpacking. How does it go, this language? How is this language working? How do you say this? A necklace! So maybe I just bring one simple necklace which isn't anything fancy. Don't bring jewelry that says I have money. Then of course sunglasses. they are dirty, of course, because when you're gonna be in the sun all day long, you need to protect your eyes. And then, of course, I always bring a little hat that I can put on my head. I did this in water, in cold water, and then put it on my head, and it's so refreshing and so cooling. So one of the most important tips is don't pack too much stuff. You probably are not gonna need it anyway. And if you ever do run out of clothes, you can wash them or you can buy something there. And if there's ever anything you need that you forgot or you didn't bring with you, you can always buy it there, and probably for a lot less money than back home. So when we're flying to Manila, we are actually allowed to bring 30 kilos. We have a flight booked from Manila to Cebu, and there we're only allowed 20 kilos. So make sure to weigh your backpack before you leave. Other useful stuff. I have some things that are very useful, which I like to bring with me, and I'm gonna share it with you now. I don't bring a big beach towel, you know, the really kind of towel. So what I bring is this very light and thin beach towel. I can make a little beach outfit out of this, and the best thing ever, when you're on the plane, and usually it gets cold with the AC and everything, I actually use this as a scarf. And then when you get into the warm country, you don't need the scarf anymore and you can use it as your beach towel. These beach towels, you can buy them anywhere. They are very thin, they're very light, they don't take a lot of space. So these towels are microfiber towels and they dry very fast, they don't take a lot of space, they are very, very light. So I have a small one that I use for my face or for my hair. And then I have a big one. Also, just keep in mind, if you're staying in hostels, it is nice to have a towel you can actually wrap around your body when you get out of the shower. You can cover yourself. Now, I already mentioned this before, but I always bring 1 or 2 separate little bags with me where I can put in my dirty laundry or something else. This is a stretchy cord which has 2 hooks on each end, and I can use this, ooh, look. So if I'm washing my own clothes, I can hook this up anywhere and then I can hang my laundry and let it dry, especially for those of you who stay in hostels. This is a silk sleeping bag because sometimes you don't know in what kind of hostel you end up, and it can be very comforting to know that between you and that very stainy, kind of weird smelling mattress, you have at least a layer of nice smelling silk. So in here I have a little rain poncho, which is just a simple plastic hood you can put on yourself, especially if you're in a country where it doesn't get very cold and you don't really need a real rain jacket. This is very small, it doesn't take up a lot of space. Now this is a waterproof plastic bag where you can put in your mobile phone, you can put in all your documents, your passport and stuff. This is also a little bag that you can wear underneath your clothes. You can put your money in here, your passport, just things that you really don't want to get stolen, and then you can wear this underneath your shirt. Oh yeah, I almost forgot I have this. This is a neck pillow, and as you can see, it is very small because this one is inflatable. If you don't use it anymore, you just let the air out and then you can roll it up. This thing is so useful. With this thing you can weigh your backpack, so it is very easy to use. You just press on and then you have this strap which you can hook to your backpack and then close it like this, and then you just hang your backpack from here and then it shows you how much your luggage weighs. I also bring my Swiss Army knife, which you can use for anything basically when you're on the road. This can be very handy. Ooh, there's even a light on it, I didn't know that. And then I also bring my LED lamp, which is very small and very bright. Depending where you're staying at, sometimes there is just no electricity or it just fails. I'm tired. And last but not least, I always bring a little notebook because I do like to write, and I can write down my thoughts, my experiences. You can also write down some useful numbers or addresses you might meet on the road. And then I also always bring 1 book with me because I really do like to read. I just think lying on the beach and then reading a book and drinking some coconuts, it's just one of the best things ever. This one is actually my mom's, so I'm not gonna give that away. If you're finished with the book and you don't want to carry it back home, you can just give it to another backpacker or leave it in a hostel. Sometimes they have like spaces where they collect books, so you can just bring the ones you don't use anymore and you can take new ones, which I think is awesome. I am going to do a separate video on what to pack in my toiletry bag and first aid kit, so make sure to stay tuned for those videos. I really hope that this was helpful to you, and remember, don't worry too much about what to bring. If you're backpacking, you usually don't need all the things you use at home. So if there are any tips and tricks that you would like to share, just leave a comment down below and let's share our knowledge and our tips and tricks and make this a community thing. So if this video was helpful to you and you liked it and you want me to do more of these videos, please make sure to leave a nice comment down below. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, share it with your friends, subscribe if you haven't already. If you're new to the channel, hello and welcome. Please don't forget to subscribe. Click on the little bell next to the subscription button so you see whenever I upload a new video and you can stay tuned and come on my adventures with me. Alright guys, have a wonderful week and I'll see you next Sunday.